Happy Friday, everyone. Ryan requested this, so we're going to talk about it before we get going. What is something you would wait 12 hours for? Eric, start with you.
Well, tell the people why we're having that conversation.
No, I can follow up. I want to know what everyone's 12 hours is.
What would I wait 12 hours for?
I'd wait a lot more than 12 for a Stanley Cup.
That's a great point. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
how long have you been waiting already for that one?
How about for Stanley Cup tickets? That's a little more on, like...
Yeah.
I'd wait like 48 for those.
I do. People in the comments saying, Ryan, everyone already knows why.
Yeah.
That's not people, that's one person.
Back in the day when you had to go to like a Ticketmaster location to buy all concert tickets, you had to like queue up in your local Sears or like at Blockbuster Music to be able to get concert tickets. Like then I could maybe understand, but like not for fast food, I'll say that much.
Not for fast food. What about you, Blaze?
Maybe for a 48-inch TV from Best Buy.
For Black Friday deals, yeah.
Oh, Black Friday. I remember. That's not that way. I remember when I was younger, we would literally go wait outside in the cold for hours waiting for stores to open. It was like a fun little tradition.
Have you guys all done that? I've never done it.
I forced Ryan to do it one year.
And how was that, Ryan?
I don't know. I think
the mall, but at that point, Black Friday started at midnight, or the mall opened at midnight instead of like 4 a.m. like Walmart and Target do, and so it was just like, oh, we finished dinner, okay, let's head over to the mall.
I think I blacked out that Black Friday.
Maybe. Rudo, what's something you would wait 12 hours for?
I mean, 12 hours isn't that long. A lot of things.
You got a lot of time in your hands, Rudo.
Okay, is a burger one of them?
Probably not.
Any food? Is there any food that you would wait 12 hours?
Yeah, that's a better question.
I would wait 12 hours for a Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia if I had to like travel to Philadelphia.
I was gonna say you could just drive. You could almost drive to Philadelphia in that amount of time.
No. Philadelphia is 27 hours away, so 12.
I don't think I'm not a picky enough eater to wait that long for food.
I will say, like, there's absolutely not a single food item I would wait 12 hours for. Not a single one. No.
We've got Ben here saying a Connor McDavid trade to go through with the Avs is what Rudo's waiting 12 hours for.
Yeah, definitely.
I like to imagine Rudo's like standing in a line, just like, oh.
This is the Connor McDavid line, right? Yeah, that's how this works? Okay, great.
It's like those contests where you have to like touch a car and you have to keep your hand on it for 12 hours.
touching McDavid for 12 hours.
Dude, if they're ever going to trade Connor McDavid, that's what they should do. They should make all the GMs come and put their hand on a car.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. It should be like every fan base gets to hold on to Connor McDavid. And the last one that he shakes loose.
McDavid actively sprinting.
I do like the GM one.
Wendy's is one of the comments.
The GM idea is great, though, because Sakic could go in there and Jedi mind trick everybody to basically lift their hand off the car.
Yeah,
so you'd be like, okay, we're done here 2 minutes later.
Okay, so as you guys can tell, this is really already off the rails, and I think that's going to be the feel of the show today on this Friday. But first, before we get going with our topic, starting this Friday, today through Sunday, we'll be hosting the Retro Open, which has a little bit to do, actually has all to do with one of the topics we're going to be talking about today, aka the Avs' new retro jersey. All you have to do is join the DNVR 4 Country Club. You guys filled up DNVR 3. You're awesome. DNVR 3 is definitely the best one. All you have to do is join the DNVR 4 Country Club. If you haven't played, head to, how do I pronounce the course? Oldie course?
The old course.
So I wasn't sure.
Don't you ever just seen like ye old
English
taffy shop in the mall or something?
Not.
I can't wait to get into this.
Yield taffy shop. I would wait 12 hours for some taffy from Yield Taffy Shop.
Just go to Estes Park, baby. Get a rubber snake while you're waiting.
Ali, you're going to have to try to pronunciate basically the little things at the bottom of the Avs jerseys.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Anyways, go join the DNVR4 Country Club and head to the old course at St. Andrew and enter into the closest to the hole challenge. I played last week's closest to the hole challenge, and I like closest to the hole the best for sure. Doesn't take too much time. It's fun. I actually did pretty well for like my second or third time playing it, so I was really excited. Submit your screenshot on our pinned Twitter thread, DNVR_sports, or email your screenshot to info@dnvr.com. And once you have entered to win, we will choose a random winner each week to pick out a DNVR shirt of their choice and mask, and we'll ship it to you. So you don't have to win the competition. You just have to play, which makes it a lot better for the people who haven't become experts.
That game never fails to make me feel terrible at how bad I am at it. Someone got like 68 feet total last week.
That's the thing about the closest to the hole is that its greatest benefit is also its greatest weakness in that it's not that many strokes. So like if you one shot you can feel like incredible, and also like if you put it in the bunker, you're like should I throw my phone? Should I delete my account? Like what do I do? Do I have to let anybody know that I played this?
I was 6 for 9 for bunkers last weekend.
Oh
6 for 9.
Right. I feel better now.
It was bad.
I hit one bunker.
Yeah, you're better than Blaze. That's what we've learned here today.
Makes me happy. Okay. Anyways, you can be entered to win a prize just by participating. So don't forget to join the DNVR4 Clubhouse at WGT Golf and download that app. And you can go to thednvrgolf.com to download the app. Good luck. I'm going to hopefully get a better score than last week. That's the goal. Welcome into the Denver Sports Podcast presented by the one and only Breckenridge Brewery. I've got a good old Broncos country here in my hands right now.
What is
Eric,
going on?
You're ruining my sound. Okay. Open
You pulled that out of a bag of tools?
Yeah.
No, those are leftover like.
I forgot. I literally forgot that I had purchased some Strawberry Sky for probably the last time I was on here, and yeah, I buried it under a pile of tools here next to me.
Store it in your dishwasher. Or what?
Okay.
I got excited, man. Sorry.
You got excited for Breckenridge Brewery. I understand. I get excited for it all the time. I do love Strawberry Sky. That one's my favorite. But Broncos Country is very good. And then they also have a few new ones out and their holiday beers. So definitely go check that out because they are great to drink at home while we're all staying safe in Colorado.
Allie wants to put up the Christmas tree. The only way I can do that is if I have some Christmas ale. That's the only way to get into the spirit.
You gotta do that after Thanksgiving.
Guys, I'm not a person who puts the Christmas tree up or any decorations normally until after Thanksgiving. I'm very strict on that. But it's 2020 and it's just pretty to look at a tree. I'm just excited for it, you know?
We can't go outside, so let's bring outside inside.
Yeah. It's a fake tree. So, maybe we'll buy one of the little things that makes the tree smell like a real tree. Anyways. This podcast is going to be off the rails. Stony Neff here is asking us to solve a riddle, and I don't know. Maybe Eric, you will understand this. Maybe you'll guess this correctly. Okay, so he says, I'm 5 hours from Philly, 2.5 hours from New York City, 1 hour from Hartford, and then he says 45 minutes from Providence.
He's in Boston. Oh,
no, 1 hour and 30 minutes from, I thought Boston too, but clearly not. 1 hour and 30 minutes away from Boston. Where am I?
Okay, so he is, he's 30 minutes, so he's in Connecticut.
Yes.
Or is he?
Well, no, because he's an hour from Hartford, 45 from Providence.
But, so if you don't know the geography here, so Boston is here, right? We got like the Cape.
Why don't you draw it for us?
We got the Cape kicking off. So Boston's here. Providence is this way. Or no, Providence is down towards Rhode Island. Hartford is this way. New York City is way down. Let's see, where the hell would he be?
Oh, my dad's in here. He says Buffalo.
No,
That's not an hour.
I
That's
think
not 45
Hartford-
minutes from Providence. That's the
Hartford's
problem.
probably correct.
No.
Yeah.
Providence is
He said he's
like an
from
hour
Hartford.
from Boston.
He says he's an hour from Hartford. So
I'm saying
Oh, he's an
Delco.
hour from Hartford. Okay.
You think he's in Delco?
Yeah.
Well, the hour from so he's got to
No.
be in. He's
'Cause
got to
then-
be just like in the
King of
middle of
Prussia.
Connecticut. You got to be in the middle of Connecticut, right?
yeah, I don't think it's Buffalo. I don't. Someone said New Jersey. No, because that's
Definitely not,
5
yeah.
hours from Philly.
It's King
I'm
of
reaching
Prussia.
my limit on East Coast talk here.
You know,
We started off with
West
West Coast
talk. Jinx, Eric.
Let's work our way back to Colorado.
Oh yes, he says yes. Northern Connecticut,
Mm.
Putnam.
Putnam.
And
I
if
gotta
you
get some
download
credit
the
for that.
WGT app, you can be Putnam right into the
but not this week. Not this week.
That's true. Yeah, you don't get the Putton closest to the hole.
Yes, Drew, I agree. Drew says this is excellent for podcast listeners. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I apologize because, well, honestly, I don't, because Eric's little finger demonstration did not help.
No.
at all.
It was a disaster. It was
you
actually
really
worse to
didn't miss
watch
out.
than it was to listen to.
Lindsay's in here saying I'm lost. Yeah, so are we. Anyways, let's talk about these jerseys. We had 2 jersey releases this week. The Avs won first on Monday, the retro jersey, and man, it is pretty. I'm liking it. I'm going to pull up an image here for the live viewers. You know, just one of the reasons you should check out the live instead of listening to the podcast. But I think pretty much everyone has seen the Avs retro jersey. So we're going to pull that up here. Eric, maybe I should intro the people that are on this show. That would be a good idea. So we've got Rudo, of course, and Ryan here, but we've also got our 2 design gurus, Blaze and Eric, and we brought them on so they could really dive into their thoughts on the jerseys, and we can get an inside look on what they're thinking, how they would have designed it, if anything different. So that's going to be the show today, and then we'll have some Broncos talk at the end. But let's go check this one out. Blaze, I'll let you start. What do you think about this jersey?
I mean, let's just start with when I'm playing Shell, this is the jersey I'm wearing, except for it's the baby blue version all the time. If I'm the Avs, I'm wearing this, right? So I like it personally. The white, I know why it's white, but I would have loved to see a baby blue version of this instead.
I agree.
Sorry, guys. I had to go get some in and out. I'm back.
Not
been 12
possible.
hours
Not
already?
been 12 hours.
I don't think anyone even noticed you were gone, to be honest.
I think that they probably were. Well, they
We
just
were
noticed
really-
that they weren't annoyed. That
We were
probably
really
meant
interested
something.
in what Blaze was saying, and then you interrupted him.
Yeah,
so.
like that's normal though.
Oh,
so
sorry about that.
we'll just keep going and just pretend I hear. What are those little lilies called on the bottom of this jersey?
The Fleur de Lis.
Oh, we wanted Allie to
Yeah.
say it.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
wouldn't-
Is your name Allie, Eric?
If you would have put it in the private chat, I would have tried to pronounce
I'm
it.
gonna go
but
back to
I have
In-N-Out,
no
guys. I'll see you
idea what they're called. The Florida, what?
Not like the state of Florida.
Okay.
The Florida lease.
You kind of just have like when I hear that, I hear the Muppets talking, like the chef from the Muppets basically saying it. Fleur de lis.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll pull those up on here. They look really cool. I really would have liked the jersey if it was in that baby blue color. It's just such a pretty color, and the Avs don't have that. But I
Yeah.
understand why it's on that white one. Eric, what do you think of the design?
So, and obviously, a direct callback to the Nordiques. I mean, it's not like they recreate. They're just playing the hits here, bringing it back exactly as it was. The only thing that, like, I feel the same way. Like, I feel like these are going to feel very, very white when they're worn by the just fans in the crowd. Like, I wish there was more coloring on the sleeve. Is
They
my
are
one
going to have
main issue.
those gloves and the pants that are blue.
Yeah,
Those are
I'm saying like
main
the players won't have this issue because the color will come in from the gloves and the breezers and the helmet, but the fan seeing them walk around, like I mean it's a minor issue. And the thing is, like, when they showed them being revealed at the beginning, it was that female model, and she had her sleeves pushed up, which actually made it look better.
Oh yeah.
Because you didn't get like that overwhelmingly white feel down the sleeve. But I mean, overall, like when these were first like fake leaked by various sources, and the logo was a lot smaller, and the proportions of all of the elements were off. Like, I was a lot less into them because it felt just like a big white trench coat, and I said, I was making jokes that basically it looked like what a French clown would wear.
And
but
you did tweet out
they
a
fixed.
Photoshopped image of it.
Yeah, well, I couldn't not tweet that out. I couldn't. After I made that, I was like, I can't. This can't just be for the Slack. Like, this is too good. But I will say, like, making the larger graphics like really mitigated a lot of that. The graphic elements, like the patch on the front, the huge letters on the back, it just goes a long way to sort of break up just that white. But like, more than anything, beyond like our opinions, like the results here don't lie. Like people love these jerseys.
Yeah.
Like, they just absolutely love. The sales are out of control. I mean, it's like, that says a lot. I mean, they're really resonating with people, and I think there's something cool to the idea that the Avalanche exist as a franchise, even though there's obviously like this slap in the face part to the our brothers up north, where the team was taken from them. But I think from the perspective of the Avalanche, it's just nice to feel like this team has been around for a really long time. Like, they have
like the Rockies don't have a
their spot
throwback
in the league, but exactly, you can't be like, we've been here the whole time. Like, this is there is a continuation of this story, even if it started before it came to the Avalanche. It's not like just the Golden Knights that just like grew up from. There's just
with that Rudo, why don't we have you tell a little bit about the history of the Nordiques and why the Avs decided to go back to that? Because there are obviously listeners of Broncos fans, Nuggets fans, Rockies fans who might not know some of that information.
I mean, unfortunately, the Avs have, for the most part, just ignored their history of the Nordiques. They essentially consider themselves a different franchise for the most part, even though they are the same in the record books. So there is some animosity there from some people, but there are a lot of fans who also continue to follow the Avs, and there have been throwbacks in the past or callbacks to the team. Early on in their lifespan, they did spend a preseason game up in Quebec City. There's some connection there, and I think most fans understand that it wasn't Colorado that stole their team. They were just the team that ended up buying a team that was going to get sold regardless. So for the most part, I think it's pretty well received all the way around. If you look at the sold map, it is absolutely on fire in Quebec City. I think everyone in the city has purchased this jersey. So
that's really cool. That's my favorite thing I've heard about this yet.
So from that side of it, the majority I do think like it. I will say, just to Eric's point, I agree that there could be more color, but a lot of fans have been calling for a team named the Avalanche to have whiteout jerseys.
That makes sense.
Rudo, do you think Eric Lindros bought one of these throwback jerseys?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, well, isn't it funny that they get a whiteout jersey, but there's no reference? It's not for the Avalanche, though. That's the Nordiques.
That is true.
It's true. So
I think
the were sold and moved to Colorado in 1995, and they've been in Colorado ever since. Just a little quick background for people who might not know when they came to Colorado. So it's been years, 25 years.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. Outside of a few key pieces like Patrick Waugh, the Quebec Nordiques built the Avs for a Stanley Cup team.
Yeah.
The Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, all of the pieces from the Lindros trade there. That was Quebec. That was not Colorado that acquired all those pieces. So Colorado definitely owes them a little something.
I have a quick question because Ryan was correcting me while I was saying the name of the city of the Nordiques. Rudo, say the name for me.
Quebec City?
Okay. Eric, say the name.
I'm sorry, say again.
The city that the Nordiques came from.
Quebec City.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Quebec, but I'm not.
It's Quebec City.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Ryan, you say it.
It's Quebec City.
Yeah, it's Quebec City.
I recorded my daily sports report right over there, and I said Quebec, And then I was like, oh no, I'm going to be dragged on social. I need to redo it. And then everyone here at the bar except Ryan said Quebec like I did. So I was like, okay, maybe I don't have to redo the whole video.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
They're just adding
really
the A
not.
after the Q there. So
I feel like it's a lose-lose for a lot of like French Canadians. I don't mean to drag y'all, but if we say Quebec, they'll be like, "You're not French. Why are you saying it that way?"
Yeah.
I would like to add though on those jerseys, I think the thing that would have made it just like over the top was to get rid of the lilies on the shoulder there and then bring something from the Avs into this.
Yeah, if they would put the C on the
C, yeah,
that would have been perfect.
What about the foot, Eric? The
I'm not a foot guy.
No,
I'm an Adam, not a Yeti foot guy.
Yeah.
I really, like you guys said, it's so white that I love the C on there because it just adds color and just breaks it up a little more.
I feel like for years Colorado has missed making their captain see the Colorado C. Like it feels like the easiest slam dunk in the world to me, but
they already have the Colorado C on the jerseys now.
That's on their normal jerseys. It's too late to change it now, but yeah.
About them being so white, you said, on the fans it's going to look super white, but you can kind of like one of my favorite thing about hockey, sweaters when you put them on is you throw like a hoodie underneath it, so you get like a burgundy hoodie under there that matches that, rock it with black jeans or the blue jeans. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. But the point is that like, it requires like a little bit of work.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The kits that the players are going to wear are going to be phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It's going to.
Yeah, I agree with that 1,000%. Yeah, with the blue gloves, the blue shorts, the blue.
Okay,
helmet,
but
the shorts, huh?
No, the breezers. Sorry, the breezers.
Thank you.
Oh my god, shorts.
See, Blaze actually plays hockey, so he has like all of these like terrible hockey ideas that like nobody that doesn't have repeated injuries like feels. Has like these really hard hits.
So speaking of that, though, I absolutely hate the fact that they're putting the blue shorts and gloves in with the rest of the uniform.
Interesting.
Thankfully, it's just for this year. But I really like the black shorts.
Oh, you mean with they're doing with the regular, like their regular uniform also? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Part of that 25th anniversary.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Ryan. I don't like that look on just the normal jerseys. I think it looks great on this one, but on the other ones, it's kind of weird.
It's really weird. I'm gonna send one to Allie so she can share it, but it is.
Yeah, send it our way.
Looks wrong.
We have some comments here. Henry saying Colorado's reverse retro jersey are going crazy in Canada. One time the Canadian rock band Billy Talent was performing on the rooftop and the lead singer was wearing the original Nordiques jersey. And then they followed with maybe Denver City. Oh, that's for Nuggets, City Edition, not that. The Avs jerseys are about to have a makeover for their 25th anniversary season, but which jersey reigns supreme for the 2020 and 2021 season? What do you guys think? Out of all the jerseys the Avs have right now, which one would you say is the best?
Well, I think everyone agrees that the third is the best.
The third, like that. The third, yeah, exactly. I mean, that thing can't be topped.
But do we all agree, Rudo? Do you agree with that?
I mean, I like their standard home, but I know that no one else on the planet likes that more than the third, so it's fine.
I like it. I like that jersey, but it's not number one.
What's that? Just the normal?
The standard, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that 90s design. There's too much going on.
Look, I'm all about the history behind it. Once you win a cup with a logo and jersey, you should never change it again. That's my opinion.
Glorious picture you could have ever sent me, Ryan, but we'll pull it up.
It was an edit someone made on Twitter, so
I know, but it is so blurry.
I don't know why it's so blurry. It shouldn't be. I just don't think it fully loaded.
There you go.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Huh. It is funny because like you would think that the black would look
like
the only would look worse if you not seen it before, but it's funny. Like just doesn't feel.
I'm not sold on the helmet. I think the gloves and pants look amazing.
No.
Now, if they wear, how about the away jersey on there? Because the problem there is there's so much baby blue.
Yeah, the away jersey, I really think they need to go with burgundy pants. But
I do too. Someone did make that edit, but they said in the release that they're going to do blue pants on those too.
Yep.
And why isn't Bauer making skates and also sticks that are the same color too? Let's just go full out
Let's
two-tone.
go blue. Let's go full Smurf.
Yeah, it's full Smurf.
There's something about the black that makes the jersey or just the kit look more like powerful.
It is. I mean, it is a more powerful color. That blue is like a little bit pastel-y. It's like not super strong.
I love the blue, but
no, it's a really pretty blue color. But to Ryan's point here, like, it doesn't feel as it doesn't have the strength in the color.
Ooh, the edit you just sent me, Ryan, is rough.
So objectively, black jerseys do win more in hockey.
Oh.
It's like a super minor percentage, but it makes it harder
matter.
for the other team to see the puck.
There you go. I mean that's just yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, for the podcast listeners, we are seeing the white and blue pants. And it doesn't look good.
That is a miss by a
I
mile.
don't hate the gloves. The pants are not doing it for me.
There's black on the jersey. The A is black.
And-
So is the circle inside the C, and the numbers are black as well. You need to keep the black involved in the rest of the uniform.
I get what they're doing, though, right? Because blue is supposed to be one of their primary colors, and they basically don't have it on their away.
Yeah.
But they just it's like they went, oh, we didn't have any blue, and slapped it on the pants, and it doesn't work.
It's so bad. I was like mad about this in the Slack, and no one would get mad with me. So I thought I was on an island here.
Oh, I didn't. I must have missed it.
Comments.
Maybe-
if you guys
maybe-
watching agree with Ryan. I think we all are saying it doesn't look the greatest, but if you're watching on the live stream, let us know your thoughts on it.
Maybe if they added some stripes to the shorts.
No,
that-
every mock-up I've seen with stripes looks absolutely awful. Don't do that.
Even like vertical, like
Yeah.
having a burgundy with white piping.
Yeah,
on
down the
side.
side looks terrible
Does
to
it?
me. I hate it.
Okay, before we move on to talking some Nuggets, I want to go over the draft that you guys had. Or no, I guess it would say
We already got
ranking.
dragged enough for this, so we have to go over it again.
Which ones did you get dragged for? So the DNVR Avalanche guys on their podcast, Rudo and Blaze were both on that, ranked all of the new retro jerseys because the entire league came out with retro jerseys of their own, not just the Avalanche, and they ranked them, and you can see the poll and the image on Twitter, or if you're watching on the live stream, you could see it here. Why did you guys get dragged?
Because their opinions were bad.
First of all, everyone on planet Earth but Blaze and I apparently love the Ducks jersey.
No, not me.
Eric, do you love the Ducks jersey?
So here's the thing is like I am by trade a cartoonist. Like at the end like I do a lot of things, but like at the end of the day, like I consider myself to be a cartoonist. I love cartoons. I study them. I and there's so much nuance that exists in the world of cartoons, and this is the wrong style. This is not a sports cartoon. Like this is not the same as sports cartooning. It's people like it because it's weird and different. Like it's also going to suck because there's not like that image is just like printed on. It's not obviously a patch. It's not going to feel premium. It's going to feel really cheap. It's going to feel like something you buy at Target in the kids section. At Target in the kids section. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a design for board shorts. It's a design for something that you buy at the Disney shop. It's like it's bad for hockey. I'm out of it.
I get like the people who are saying like, why can't we do things that are fun? This is fun. Like, why are we resistant to this? It's just like it can be fun. It looks unfinished to me. It looks like the first sketch of a cartoon before it made it onto the cartoon book.
We got dragged a lot for that too, because it's supposed to be the reverse retros for all the teams, right? And we were disappointed in a lot of the reverse retros because they looked bad, and everyone was like, "Well, but they had to do it this way because it's the reverse colors." And it's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. At the end of the day, it's got to look good. It can't just be the reverse retro.
Here for the people watching on the live stream.
Yeah, I want to know.
Watch it. Lindsay was asking to see it. Yeah, I agree. I don't like it.
Are there? Like, has anybody looked into like the story of this? Is this like the initial sketch or something that they?
It's very similar to their original, like, owned by Disney logo.
Yeah.
Well, I know the mask, but like, what is this? Like, why is this duck jumping out of the ocean?
That duck is the
ice, I
original
think.
logo.
It's the ice, but it's blue. Like,
it's the first
and also the
iteration.
pieces of ice are suddenly not colored in the same way from where. Like, I don't understand what this is. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. So you guys got dragged on that because people really liked that one, but which other ones did people disagree
A surprising
with? I thought
amount
you
of
guys did a great
people.
job.
I mean, I thought we did great too, but we also, like, every time we took the expert opinion from Blaze, we were like, okay, but maybe not, because the crowd loves it. So I don't know. What's Blaze's opinion on our list? Let's get that first.
Like the S, I would not have Phoenix up there.
Oh, that's the best one.
Yo, get
I
Phoenix the
like the
fudge
Phoenix
out.
one.
No,
Get it the fudge out of there.
Look, if you just got rid of that bottom and went with like more of that, like they have like a tribal pattern that they use, that would have been better than the 1990s clip art with like the desert on the bottom of it. I know that it's the heritage of the jersey, but it's just awful.
It's so good.
It's
It's so
Yo,
good.
people are just addicted to the '90s right now. Like, this is the when I was learning design in the '90s, 2000s. Like, that was the prevalent style. This like woodcut style where you put like little triangles on everything to like. It looks like the way that old Taco Bells were designed. It looks like it just doesn't look like hockey, like at all. The patch is good. The bottom of the jersey, like, get the fudge out, man.
Well, I mean, like, nothing that is based in Phoenix is going to look like hockey.
So why is hockey there then? That's a great.
I don't
question.
know. I mean, why is hockey there? Why is it in Florida? Those are the questions that you have to ask the NHL.
I mean, it should be in Quebec. Somebody tried to purchase the team
Yeah,
a while back, and they turned it down.
Quebec has tried to get a team back more than a few times. So
It is funny. There's nothing quite like teams from Canada and from the Northeast just like being repeatedly taken away and sent down south where nobody cares or knows the game. It's like the ultimate insult.
At least Nashville worked out.
Nashville is working, although we'll have to see like what happens if they stop being good. Like, that's what always happens. Like, Phoenix,
they were fine when they were
excited
bad.
when the team first
Nashville's
comes, and
fine.
then, you know, like it.
They've got a great setup though too, because
Yeah.
the arena is downtown. It's in the district where there's a bunch of bars. Like,
So
it's
cool.
a cool place to be. So they've got a good vibe going.
Unlike Phoenix and Florida, where their arenas are just like out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, why would you do it this way? What was
least-
your plan?
I don't know about Florida, but at least in Phoenix, they've built like a cool little like entertainment district around the stadium, so you can at least like go somewhere.
The Gala.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I probably don't like that because I went there to watch a game and the tickets I bought were fake. So I lost out on like $500.
Wow.
It was unreal. I had my whole family with me and we couldn't get in.
That's brutal.
Let's see here. So I guess Allie's Wi-Fi went out. So can we find the? Do we have
Yeah, I
access
got
to
you.
the?
I got
Do we have
you.
these tiers ourselves? We can look back in ours.
Do we want to keep going with the apps?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's take a look. Let's
All
take a look.
I can pull them up. Hang on. Let me find them real quick.
So what, Rudo, like, and Blaze and Ryan, do you guys have outside Avs and I guess Phoenix that jumps out to you?
The Hartford one was the other one in the S tier,
Yeah.
because if you don't think that's S tier, then you're objectively wrong. So.
But so what I love that you said about the Nordiques version, that was that people in Quebec are loving it.
Yeah.
And people in Hartford hate that the Hurricanes are trying to try to profit off of their amazing logo.
What if New Jersey came out with a mountain jersey with just
Wearing-
the Devils logo in the middle?
Like that, yeah. What if Blaze? I went to a game in the Prudential Center, and in their merchandise department, they had all of these like Colorado Rockies jerseys. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw in my life. I was like, what the H?
All right. Well, it's not a great image, but
It's
it
okay.
functions.
Can you zoom a little?
We can try.
So people really,
There
really
we
hate the. What I've learned is that people really hate the Islanders one because it's not much of a change. But I think the colors are really nice on it. I have to say,
We were very, very harsh on laziness for sure.
I love that. Like, I hate the ones that just look like the original jersey or like the current jersey with just different colors in different areas.
How about Detroit with their practice jersey?
Yeah, slap a logo on a white shirt and call it good.
Or the stars going with the white on white on white
Yeah,
on
that-
white.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't
the
even
Stars
show
is
it here, but
rough. The Stars is super rough.
the Stars also have white pants,
Yep.
and
Oof.
that's just a mistake. Like,
They're like pulling from like the Seals heritage of the white skates, where the owner was spray painting skates white so that everything on their outfit was white.
Jeez, they kind of look like skating Goodyear or what's the tires with like the
The Michelin Man.
Michelin
Yeah,
Man? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then Eric, the other one too was like the Oilers jersey is basically, I couldn't tell you if that is a throwback or if that's their current jersey.
Yep.
I know. Yeah, what the hell? What do they just like add an extra stripe?
Yeah, good guess. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
that's what they did. Yeah, they added an extra stripe. What's the problem?
yeah. I mean, fair enough.
What's up with the green for the Devils?
Devils have always been that green color secretly.
The Garden
You don't
State?
remember
Yeah.
Putty on Seinfeld painting his face green and red? 'Cause he's a Devils fan. No, okay, well,
How about the Sabres jersey? I brought up that it has NASCAR writing across the front.
Yeah, you
of it.
can't really see it.
You can't see it on the bottom stripe there. It says Buffalo. And
yeah,
it's
but
like
that's
a
what the
stylized-
Capitals has the same thing, and you guys seem to be okay with it there.
I mean,
That's because it's legitimately a throwback for the Capitals. The Buffalo
So
Sabres.
you just have to repeat a sin from the past, and then it becomes okay.
Yeah, exactly. That
Okay,
is
cool.
exactly what nostalgia is. Like,
I mean, though you get rid of that. If you get rid of that text on the front there, it's 10 times better. It goes to S. There you go. Oh,
Whoa,
that is ugly.
Why does
But
it look?
that's
it
literally
looks like
the
it belongs in Vegas.
Oh, that's totally Vegas. But that's literally the exact same writing that's on the Capitals one, except for the Capitals is like
It's slanted.
Wait, what is the red and black one then with like the crazy face thing on it?
yeah, with the buffalo head on it. That's,
Yeah, I thought that was Buffalo.
it is. They have many. Buffalo's changed their jerseys a lot. Yeah. So,
Okay, so go back to the tiers real quick.
yep.
I think you're talking about the Washington.
What is tier A, second from the right?
Oh, that's Calgary.
Oh,
yeah, the
okay.
Flames.
What is that guy's name again? It's
I forget, like Blitzy or something. Blasty. It's
Blasty.
Blasty. Yeah.
The horse's name is Blasty.
Yeah.
Blasty. That's incredible.
You know what the Flyers should have done is just done a gritty, like a vintage gritty
That would have been
looking.
amazing.
Oh my God, that would have sold $1 billion.
Just a
I'm back,
fuzzy
guys.
jersey.
Hey, did you go to In
Did
and
you
Out?
miss me?
Yes, of course we missed you. We had to talk amongst ourselves. It was torture.
The Wi-Fi in the entire bar just completely went out. Everyone's
Right.
computer just nothing. So sorry about that.
If she went to In and Out, the doors would be locked when she got back.
Very true. Okay, I think we should. I'm gonna interrupt you guys, and we're gonna transition unless you guys still want to talk about these. I agree, though. Gritty instead of that Flyers jersey doesn't look very different at all. So making it a little different, maybe a gritty would have been good.
Vintage gritty.
Vintage gritty.
Yeah.
And did you guys read some of the comments of people? Emily R was saying the Ducks jersey is atrocious and it should have been so good.
I need to know the backstory of this. I swear to God that looks to me like they found the initial sketch that the artist did, and they were like, "Oh, this is cool. We should put this on a jersey or something."
It was their jersey, Eric.
Yeah. They
For-
literally wore it their first year.
Really?
The
Yes.
first year, and then they went to the Ducks logo. Like I
How
swear.
come I don't ever remember seeing that before?
I'll pull it up. I promise you. They wore
I
something
saw it.
I believe you.
extremely similar to that.
I just want to quote Mighty Ducks, where basically somebody's asking the designer, "What did you do?" And they just look back and goes, "My job," and then shows them that
They're like, "You're fired."
This was their original third jersey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But notice how
Oh.
they had the
Cooler.
ice actually
It was their
being white. Yeah.
Third. Interesting. But the funny thing is that that's like somehow more refined than this.
Because they
version.
made the ice actually white. The reverse
makes
colors
more
was a
sense.
mistake. Like,
Yeah. The white on white of the character just makes it look like a hand drawing that your kid did, and you're like obligated to put it on the fridge, so you
When-
put it up in the top right corner.
Dude, yes.
When we did a segment on DNVR on Free Skate Friday on the DNVR Avalanche show about stuff on Etsy, and the guys tried to guess how much it costs. I think one of them was a retro version of this, and I think it was going for like $700.
P.S. We're
Pretty
bringing that
crazy.
back for Black Friday. So
Oh, I'm down.
Well,
Like,
yes, Eric, I guess we're done here.
Okay. Before we get to the Nuggets, which I know Eric is so excited to talk about, I gotta talk to you guys about DraftKings Sportsbook. We are now on to week 11 after a Thursday night football game, and there is no better place to get in on all of the action than with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. To add to the excitement of week 11, DraftKings Sportsbook is bringing back their can't-miss offer. If you haven't tried DraftKings Sportsbook, download the app today. DraftKings is giving all new users a chance to earn a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when signing up using that promo code DNVR. Do not forget to use that promo code DNVR, because that's the way you get this awesome bonus. Ryan, what should people bet on this weekend? Give us a lock. Give us a lock.
Don't
putting
bet
you
on the
on the spot.
Broncos.
The lock is to bet for the Dolphins. I already took it.
Yeah, that seems messed up to give that out. I don't know. You can't keep putting me on the spot like this.
Well, maybe you should be prepared after 70 shows.
Ryan, I'll do it. Bet on the Dolphins, everyone. That's the lock, unfortunately.
Okay, no,
that's
we're going to talk Broncos and Dolphins
sad
later.
lock.
Don't give that as your lock. No college football here in Colorado, at least no CSU.
Oh, not so fast, my friend. Stanford is looking for an opponent after just losing to the Buffs last week. They might just
would
run
not
it back.
play back to back. That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? It's
They
2020. Anything can happen.
Let's do it. Make it happen.
If they'll come to Boulder, we'll beat them even worse. It'll be great.
Okay. Well, look out for that and go place some bets on DraftKings Sportsbook. I still have not won a single one, but I'm going to keep trying, hopefully I'll win one eventually, but
Shooters
Don't-
keep
real
shooting.
lock.
Yeah.
exactly.
Valentina Shevchenko is the real lock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
Easy dub in UFC 255.
Oh.
If football isn't your cup of tea, you can also bet on UFC. MMA fans who sign up now have a chance to triple their winnings for any bets placed on UFC 255. So definitely check that out. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use that promo code DNVR when you sign up and get $1,000. That's code DNVR to get a deposit bonus up to $1,000 for a limited
All right.
time only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Coastal Carolina -5.
The Chanticleers?
Chanticleers, baby. Let's go.
And declares. Okay, there you go. That's your lock of the weekend. If you lose, go let Ryan know. If he lost you money, get in his mentions. Anyway,
Rudo, what was your lock? I've got my DraftKings open right now.
Both of them, actually. Take the odds boost bet for both the Shevchenko sisters to win in UFC 255.
Odds boosts. All right, I'm in.
all right,
there's a thing
everyone's
about
on
me-
their app now and placing some bets, so you
There's a-
should
yeah.
too.
One thing you guys should know about me is that I love free money. So I love it.
Really, that's very unique quality. Anyway, does anyone have any more bets, or can I finish my read? Anyone? Ryan, anything else?
Illinois +16 against Nebraska. Let me see. What's Michigan State up to this weekend? Fade them. Oregon -17 against UCLA. Iowa -1.5 against Penn State. I'm rolling now.
You know what? You can just listen to DNVR Bets daily, and you can get all the picks you need from there. Ask questions to Andre and Ryan and sometimes Henry, and they will make sure you get hooked up with some great bets to place this weekend. You guys have like the Mac parlay that you're killing it at.
Is someone's dog okay?
I think it's
Eric, is your pup okay?
Eric's dog.
Eric's dog.
Yes. Okay.
My dog is coughing. I'm sorry.
As
Just
long
want
as
to make sure he's okay.
Yeah,
Ryan.
I forgot.
It's the your Mac parlay, right?
Yeah, the Mac. What about the Mac parlay?
You guys are killing it on that.
Oh yeah, we're 2 for 3 plus like 10 units.
There you go. Anyways, go watch DNVR Bets Daily to get all of those bets, and you can listen to Ryan just list off bets for hours there. Don't forget to download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and use that code DNVR. Must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus. Deposit bonus requires 25x playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And of course, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. That reminds me, you guys, I got a little distracted because the music at the bar is pretty loud. The bar is still open today, Friday, until 5 o'clock. If you're on your way, you want to grab some dinner, definitely stop by here. It will be closed after this, and we might be doing some takeout and delivery, so definitely check social for that information. But as of today at 5 o'clock, the bar will be closed for dine-in until further notice, unfortunately. So if you're in the area, come hang out at the bar before it closes. We're all bummed about it. Okay. I know we've been avoiding talking about the Nuggets jersey, so we're just going to dive right in. The Nuggets released their new city uniforms yesterday, and it's a bit interesting for people listening who haven't seen it. It's orange and red and white. And you could be thinking, wait, I thought the Nuggets colors also had a lot of blue. Yeah, that's true. And there's nothing on there. So Eric, Blaze, I'll let you guys take this away. What are your initial thoughts on these jerseys?
So my initial thought on this is this is a really great example of good execution on a very poor concept. These jerseys are objectively not unattractive. All of these colors are harmonious and they work together. However, this is the problem everybody had initially with this is that the middle band looks exactly like what Utah just used last year for their third jerseys that they wore a lot, including against the Nuggets in the playable. So that immediate association is throwing a lot of people way off. The other problem here is that they refer to these as being part of #Rainbow season. This is not a rainbow. This is not a rainbow. This is either sunrise or a sunset, depending upon how you.
There are only
look at this.
2 colors of the rainbow involved here.
It's like a strawberry sky.
Right. As I mentioned, no problems there, no problems with an actual strawberry sky. But you're also talking about a state that literally just went through a period of our actual mountains being on actual fire for an actual long time. And these look like mountains that are on fire. They're just beachy in a weird way. They just I do think that a lot of the feelings that the angry feelings that people have about these will sort of subside over time, but there's also a chance that they don't. The thing about jersey design and things being emblematic of your team is that it should really take into account what it's representing, just more so than it just being a cool this to me feels like a national designer designed this, and they didn't really think about the fact who it's for, what the history of the team is about. And they, I've heard defense like Utah, they plotted this out 3 years ago. They didn't really know what Utah was going to be doing. But the counterpoint to that is that the same company did both versions. The Nike designed the Utah jerseys. They also designed these. So they knew that they were looking the exact same 3 years ago. They just didn't think about it because they're not thinking about Colorado first. That's a national. That's why DNVR is better than ESPN, because DNVR would not make a gaffe like this, because we actually understand the people that we are making things for, and we care about them. We care about the city of Denver. We're not just making something that we think is cool to be cool as a. So that is the shortfall, or the shortcoming with this. But all that being said, like, they're not ugly. They're just, I think people just had their heart set on other. On something else. I know I did. Like, I really imagined a world in which we got a full throwback to the Matumbo blues, with the skyline and the rainbow to just really complete that trip down memory lane. But I don't know. I mean, at the same point in time, like, there's a new third jersey every single year. These could easily just fall by the wayside. It's just a story that we tell once. There are several Nuggets jerseys that have come out the last couple of years that we never come out of again. Yellow skylines that weren't very successful in 2 different iterations, and they just kind of came and went. So I think this might be that. It's just, we're just like, right, it is funny, like, now, and I don't know if it's always been this way or what the deal is, but people are like very uniform focused now. I think social media has a lot to do with it. Obviously we're pumping up too, because that, for me anyway, it's just like one of my passions. But I don't remember people getting like this worked up about jerseys in the past. It seems like really like a hot button topic in general.
Definitely. I think I agree with you, Eric, on the colors. It's a pretty uniform, but when it comes to it being a Denver uniform, it just doesn't make sense as a Denver uniform. It doesn't look bad. The colors don't look bad together, but it's just not, especially after having the black skyline last year that just popped and everyone was so in love with it and it did so well. To then follow it up with this, I think also adds to just like everyone's disappointment.
So I actually disagree with the fact that it's a good-looking uniform. I don't think it is. It's there's not nearly enough contrast on it. It's just like a big red block with like a little bit of orange in there, and so I don't like that at all. I also just don't like red, and it's not like just me. Like I obviously hate red because of Nebraska, but like the Avs rival is the Red Wings. The Broncos have the Chiefs. Like even the Nuggets' closest thing to a true rival is probably the Jazz, and they have a uniform that looks just like this. So it's like, why? It's so un-Denver that it hurts. And then on top of it all, I just noticed something else that has been sticking out to me. The pickaxes in yellow on the red shorts like that looks almost exactly like the hammer and sickle.
There's like a total commie vibe to this bad boy.
It's totally communism.
That's our jersey, comrades.
I mean, it does look like this originated in the country of Spain, the country of China, the country of
or DU.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the things you're mentioning. It's like those are the parts that are outside of the design. Like these are the meaningful part, the symbolic parts that they're flipping on. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, the craziest thing to me though, looking at these, right, is just when you look at the rebrand of what the Nuggets did and the way that they used the Flatiron red color was as an accent color, right? It was a tertiary color that they used, so it was just highlighting little minute things on the jerseys. And then this year they're just like, yeah, screw it. Let's just go all Flatirons red and not bring any of those other colors back into the palette at all.
I think, and they picked one of the most common colors in sports, right? Like how many basketball teams use a red? Bulls, Cavs have some red. Portland has red. Heat have some red. Atlanta has red. There's like 5 other teams that use red, and it's just the least original color you could pick.
Yeah, I mean, in their defense, though, I mean, red. This is almost like when the Seattle Sea last night, where the bright green highlighter color on their jerseys. It's like it is part of their palette. The part that's not part of their palette is the orange and the yellow and the gray. Like that's where it just takes it out. Where you're like, all right, now we're talking about something different. This isn't just sort of doing the reverse retro concept where you just take the colors and reverse the importance of them. This is creating something new, and it just it didn't hit. Like you appreciate when innovation is attempted, but like this, it just didn't hit, unfortunately.
I think I might even like it a little bit more if the outline on the sleeves and the neck was white too.
Yeah.
Like it's just there's so much red.
Didn't they already come out and say that they're also going to have a retro throwback for next year? Like they're already like trying to jump over the.
Well, there'll be a city a new city jersey every year. That's part of the Nike contract. Yeah. But there's actually going to be another jersey released this year for the Nuggets called the Earned jersey. And
how do you earn the Earned jersey?
I think by making it deep in the playoffs. I think the teams that actually do well in the league like earn jersey to be released. So my hope is that we'll get some sort of Maxi Minor inspired or related jersey, or I've heard other people just calling for something just completely new. The only thing is that the why it's important for the Nuggets to have throwback jerseys is a lot the same why it's important for the Avs to have a throwback jersey, is just to remind people that this franchise has been around for 50 years. The main issue with the Nuggets sort of in general is that they just keep reinventing themselves, and they start anew over and over. They never reach back. Like this is a franchise that literally retired Alex English's number like 2 years ago. Like they have a problem with their heritage, and they've had a long time where they've been a franchise and they just have not connected with it. The new brain trust over there gets it, and they've been making strides and doing the right things to remind people that they've been here, and they're a team that should be paid attention to. So that's why it is important to like get this connection to the past.
I would love to see Nike, the NBA, and the clubs come together and then work with local artists.
Yeah.
With some type of like, boundaries of what you're doing, and then have actual people in the community help create the identity of that. Like, Eric, like having the opportunity to work on something like that, you'd probably need somebody next to you telling you to take a nap, maybe eat some food while you're working on it. So
totally.
Yeah, the comments on here, not surprising. People on the stream are talking about how it's too bland. The normal skyline is cool. If there was blue in there, it would be dope. Bad, not good. Whack AF. And that's what we saw in the response on social.
I want to put all of that together into one tweet. Bad, not good. Whack AF.
Maybe they should just change it from the city jerseys to the Whack AF jerseys, and then just own it, and then be like, what do you want from us? They're F.
Did you guys? What were you gonna say, Blaze?
I was gonna say, did you guys see Detroit's new jersey that they released?
Yes.
Yeah. Looks
it has
pretty
a comma
similar
on it.
They put that was my main issue, is that they used goddamn grammatical they use syntax on their stupid logo on the front.
Like, put a star there instead of a comma, or just anything.
A period at the end there too.
Yeah, but what Blaze is talking about, how it's a circle, just like our Mile High City jerseys. But the counter to that is that that's just like a historic design in basketball. There's a bunch of examples of that exact thing. They at least have like red up and down the sides to differentiate themselves. The problem with the Nuggets thing is that it's a new concept that both they and the Jazz are sharing. So
from everything I heard, a lot of people really didn't like any of the city edition versions of all team jerseys. So what do you guys think? Was there any that stood out to you? Obviously, I follow a bunch of people from Philadelphia. They hated the row house.
Those are terrible.
Jerseys, and then the Detroit ones, we're talking about those. I just have seen so much negativity around this year's NBA jerseys.
Yeah, just in general, like they gave the designers like way too much leeway to do whatever they want, and they did exactly that. And it's the same problem in almost every city, where it just, a lot of the cities are like, this doesn't feel like us, or like, what is this based on? Like, what are you guys doing?
What is that Boston jersey? I'm looking.
Well, the Boston jersey is actually kind of interesting because it's just like taking their banners and turning it into a jersey.
It looks like it's a dude's first attempt at making a jersey for their like child's soccer team or something.
That's at least like rooted in something, though. The one that I think is getting the most love is the San Antonio Spurs, and the reason being
90s baby.
Yeah, it's because they're doing the same thing where they're playing the hits. They bring back the feet Fiesta colors. They have a script that works. It's like it's a historic, like sort of 50s feeling script. It's like fun. That's one that I think a lot of people are responding well to. But you're right. There's not many that really stand out. Like I really like what the Nets did with the Basquiat related jersey, but I would say that one is polarizing at best. There's just the Chicago one. They opted for an Art Deco look to it, like what you would do for the musical Chicago as opposed to the basketball team logo, which is like a strange choice. There's just a lot of really strange decisions up and down the line.
What about the Phoenix Suns Minecraft edition?
Oh, where it says the Valley.
That's the best one.
But the problem is, like, the font itself, that script doesn't work at all. It looks like what you would do if it was a show in the 90s, like, welcome to the Valley, or like the Peach Pit at 90210. Like, it doesn't look like a sports script.
A quick yes or no answer. Do you think it's because, like, the NBA is having a hard time with these jerseys because they're trying to make new ones every single year, and that just shouldn't happen? Maybe it's a few years, maybe it's 2 years, maybe it's 3 years. That way it kind of like signifies something rather than just every season a new jersey, and that's why these don't look as good, because they were just feel rushed. They don't feel complete.
I think so. And you're seeing the exact same thing happen on a much smaller scale with the NFL draft hats. Like, 2 out of every 3 of them are just trash. And it's like let's just stop. Like, just stop doing it.
So bad.
Just make them, like, make it cool and just keep going back to a similar concept. When you try to change something like this every year, you're just bound to have ones that fall flat on their face. I think that there should be something in the contract that allows a team like the Nuggets, who just had a historic run with those black skylines that, like, everyone will always associate, like Jamal's 50-point games or his 360 layup or all these things. Like, those are now a part of Nuggets history.
Yeah.
So we get to keep those now. Like, that should be, like, in the contract. It's like, okay, if it becomes something that everyone really loves, like, that team gets to keep those. I feel like that's what should go on here, because that made this hurt even more. Made it, maybe not hurt is the right word, but it made it, it just made it fall even flatter. That you went from maybe people's favorite Nuggets jersey ever, when I'm speaking of myself, it's my favorite Nuggets jersey ever, to whatever the hell that thing is. Just sucks.
Blaze, what do you think? Do you think it's having an effect, having to do it every year?
Yeah, I mean, I agree wholeheartedly with that. If you're doing it every year, you're going to miss a lot. And again, it doesn't, like, have that heritage feel to it, right? Even if they just waited every few years and made sure that it was solid, I think it would be, they would do a lot better with sales.
Eric?
Yeah, I mean, it does end up having a disposable feeling to, like, I mean, like I was saying, when you look at this one, it's like, all right, it sucks, like, whatever, we'll just wait for next year, there'll be another one blowing through. But then, to Ryan's point, like, if there is a good one, it's like, why is this temporary? Why is this disposable? Like,
yeah.
Rudo, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I hate that you have to do it as a league, right? Like, if your team has a good jersey, release it when it's ready. Who cares? Anytime you have a good one, if that's 1 year from now, if that's 3 years from now, either way, great.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just the way it's done just seems weird. Henry and I were talking last night. We're like, if we had to sign a contract that said we would buy another black skyline if they stuck with that one, then we would have taken that deal. You know, like, I know they just want to keep releasing more new stuff because new stuff always sells in one way or another. But I bet you they would have sold more black skylines by showing people that, like, oh, this is actually, like, a part of the Nuggets now, not just a one-off thing.
I swear, though, if they would have just made that, and again, like, I told you guys this last night, like, this is what bothers me the most about this entire thing, is that when the Nuggets did their rebrand, they introduced 4 distinct colors that they gave specific names to. They had Flatirons Red, Sunshine Yellow, Night Blue, and the 4th one was called Skyline Blue. It's literally called Skyline Blue. It is this color, this royal color. It's the color that is on their Mile High jerseys. It is the only. of this, and it's not included in the Skyline jerseys. It would have been the perfect color. Like I saw a mock-up of the Skyline blue with the Skyline on it and the rainbow. And to me, what that tells me is that they're not thinking their brand all the way through. Like they're not like that. It's like little things like that tell you like they're not making all the right connections. They're not like being, not just like having a large view in all of this. They're sort of taking it as a one-off, which is why things like this feels like just thoughtless. And because it is, it's like they were just like, oh, would it be cool if we had a red one? And they're like, yeah, but the rainbow like kind of looks weird on red. They're like, oh, well, let's make it a sky, or let's make it a sunset. And you're like, and you're not thinking about the whole picture. You're just going like decision by decision, and that's how you make mistakes in design. You're not thoughtful in all of your choices.
Yeah, you know, it kind of reminds me of like when a show is so successful that they need to keep it on the air, so they make another season of it, but the new season doesn't fit into what the plan was
Lost.
all along.
Of course.
Yeah.
Emily R here in the comments is getting so much love. I think it stems from her saying the Minnesota one is bad. The colors would have worked much better with their M logo. Everyone's like, great point. What Emily said. Emily is the best. She's going somewhere. You know, I mean, I love this. Let's hype everyone up on this Friday. I just wanted to shout her out because the comments are going crazy about Emily R.
I did make a jersey concept for the Minnesota Wild, just by the way, if you guys ever see it.
Oh, please.
Blaze made it. Blaze made the Minnesota logo where it said mild, and we bring it out at least once or twice a year. Tweet it out, and he got a jersey this time. He's very proud of it.
That's amazing.
It's hilarious.
Okay, my final question about for jerseys, and I know some people have grown to love the Avs Stadium Series jersey. There's some people who bought it, really enjoy it now, but the hate that it received, the backlash that it received was very similar to this backlash on this Nuggets jersey. And so I want to ask you guys, out of the two, which one do you think is better? The Avs Stadium Series jersey from last year or the Nuggets 2021 City Edition jersey?
Okay, I'll go first.
You guys all seem like you're hating this. I apologize, but
Avs Stadium Series jersey, better idea, worse execution. Nuggets New Jersey, better execution, worse idea.
Exactly.
If I had to choose one of them to have,
yes.
I would choose the Avs because there ain't no way in hell I'm wearing red.
Okay, Rudo, what about you?
The Nuggets jersey is significantly better. You could take a red T-shirt and it would be better than the Avs Stadium Series jersey. And Ryan's right. The reason the Avs one is so sad is all they had to do was shrink the logo down on the main jersey and it would have been excellent, but they didn't, and they made it awful.
We've got Michael Harrison here saying the Avs Stadium Series jerseys are still lobster bibs.
Yeah, at least they're useful. Yeah, at least they're useful.
I'll take the Nuggets ones. The comments are agreeing with you, Rudo. Nuggets Red Skyline. Nuggets Red Skyline.
Oh yeah.
Avs Stadium Series was just too terrible. Eric, Blaze, what do you guys think? Eric, you go first.
I mean this is a no. That Avs jersey was just like an absolute affront to jersey design evolved. I mean, there's just like so many mistakes involved. And you know what's funny though? The parallels here are so palpable between the Avs and the Nuggets because like I've seen a couple pieces of merch with the red on it. For like on a smaller and on a sweatshirt, and it's not bad. It looks like pretty good for the Nuggets, and the same thing with the Avs. Like the jersey itself was an absolute nightmare, but like the practice jersey looked good, and the hats and all the other stuff looked good.
The varsity jacket that Bedsy was wearing.
Oh my God!
We talked about that on this podcast.
To be fair, though, Bednar would also look incredible in that Avs jersey. So he's just a good looking man. Like he's
a man rocket.
He is a man rocket. He's a silver fox.
He'd fit into that Nuggets jersey
he
real well too.
I don't like. Did you see Rudo's eyes when he said that? He's just.
Betsy won our Goaties, our Goatie best dressed. So we all know. We're all very aware of it.
We should step it up this year and just go hottest dude.
Yeah, like let's just try.
Brandon's running away with that though. Come on.
We should honor the Nuggets podcast and celebrate the male form of the Goaties. The top male form.
Male form of the year.
Okay. Blaze, what do you think?
So yeah, this one's a hard one, right? When that Avs jersey dropped, like the leak dropped, I sent it to Eric and just put, ha ha ha, this would be funny if this was real.
And it turns out it wasn't even that funny, and it was real.
So that's it's the same thing, right? Like all the stuff except for the jersey are awesome. Like the logo's awesome, all the merch was great. It's just that jersey, the way that they did it was so wrong. So
Yeah, I still think that I would choose. It does have something to do with just red. We don't like red here. The Avs one at least has like the good colors. Like, yes, it looks weird, but when I saw it here at the bar with some people wearing it, I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. The Nuggets one just doesn't look like a Nuggets jersey at all.
You'll have to see it in person. That's the thing about
I
these
guess it's
jerseys.
true.
The
And
last thing
someone asked real quick, would there be so much hate right now for this red skyline jersey if the Jazz jersey didn't exist?
No, there would not be. There would absolutely not be.
I don't think so. I still wouldn't like it, but I think
Yeah. But it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be.
There'd be less. Yeah.
It wouldn't be universally panned the way that it is, because again, it's like the execution is good, but they were just thoughtless about it. They didn't consider the fact that they were making them look like their rivals.
what if they changed the Nuggets breezers to like a blue?
The hell are Nuggets breezers?
What are Avalanche shorts? I mean, come on.
Avalanche shorts are a thing. Nothing exists in basketball that are breezers.
Avalanche shorts are a thing. Yes, like the thing that they wear around to warm up in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shorts exist in hockey. Breezers, whatever.
All right. The last thing I want to say is,
I don't know
there's
if
a
I
lot
just
of
hit the mic really hard with my hat.
there's a lot of people who say like, why does everyone care about this so much? And like, why are you talking about this so much? For me, it's like because of what I was just saying about Jamal Murray. Like, we're like those black skylines are like entrenched in Nuggets history forever. We're always gonna remember the bubble and the season and the pictures and the videos and all of that come from it. And like it's a stupid little thing to be concerned about, but like I've had like a vision in my head of like the Avs are like lifting the Stanley Cup while wearing those stupid blue pants with the jerseys, and I'm just like, that would just be like,
no,
that would just make it 1% less good, and I don't want it to be 1% less good.
You
could even take with that what Rudo was saying, his favorite jersey, because of the tradition, because of what the Avs are, is that first jersey, and it isn't the third, even though he says the third's logo looks better. It's just you have a certain feeling, you think back. It's just like the names of a stadium. It's just all tied into memories. Yeah. And sure, people can be upset. It can be stupid, but it is a whole part of sports.
Yeah, to be civic pride, like you want to be represented. Your city want to be represented in a way you feel proud about. That you want to put something that has the name of your city emblazoned across the front. Like you want to put it on and feel good. Like feel like you look better for putting it on. When people see it, they're going to be impressed by it and think Denver by proxy and is been raised that level. And so that's the problem with symbols and just living in the world of symbols. Like it matters. Like this is symbolic of the Nuggets. Like if your franchise makes a gaffe, like in this department, even though it ultimately, in a lot of ways, is meaningless, it just like symbolically says your is good or bad, and so it makes people upset when they do something. Their franchise does something that they feel makes them look foolish in some way.
That was a great talk, guys. We went a lot longer than I thought we would. We have a lot of passionate thoughts about these jerseys. But before we head out, we've had several listeners, several DNVR listeners and viewers switch over to Green Mountain Dental Group over the years and make them their permanent family dentist. They reach out, and when you do go, reach out and let us know what your experience is like, because the DNVR members who have gone absolutely love it, just like Lindsay. I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed from there eventually. I'm really delaying the process because I have to be on camera, and I really don't want my face to be like poofy.
That'd be kind of funny though.
No, not really. So I really keep delaying it as much as possible. And Lindsay's like, come on, you just have to get them removed. So I will be getting them removed, and I will be going to Green Mountain Dental Group, especially after all of the great things I heard from Lindsay. And if you schedule a cleaning, x-ray, and exam, you get a free Sonicare toothbrush. We already talk all the time about what a game changer an electric toothbrush is. And here you can get a free one if you just get a cleaning, x-ray, and exam. So don't forget to check out Green Mountain Dental Group and let us know if you go over there. Okay, Ryan, we don't have time to touch much on Broncos, which you'll probably be happy about, but we are going to do a quick little DraftKings. The Broncos are plus 3.5. Are you taking it? Are you leaving it?
I was gonna say we're having so much fun.
Quickly, we're not diving down into it. We don't need to.
We're taking the Dolphins this weekend. There's so many things, like just on paper, like it's not even about how necessarily how the Broncos are playing, but like on paper, it just really sets up poorly for the Broncos. I'm actually shocked the line's that low. But I will say, if you're looking for a reason to be hopeful. Usually they know something that we don't when the line is way lower than we expect it to be. So maybe this will be a closer game than we think.
Blaze, are you taking Broncos or no?
Not on this one after what I've been seeing. Yeah.
I think everyone pretty much agrees with that. But Eric, give me a yes or no.
I parlayed the Dolphins in the over.
Okay.
Not only am I theoretically taking it here, I literally took it.
Rudo, what about you?
I mean, I'll take the Broncos jerseys over everything we discussed. That's as far as I'll go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay,
We'll take it.
If you want more of an in-depth analysis on the Nuggets, the Nuggets' new draft picks, they have multiple podcasts about it, multiple articles. Go to thednvr.com, look up DNVR Nuggets on Apple or wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can hear all about their 2 new draft picks. If you want all the inside scoop on the Broncos and what's going on with them, definitely listen to the DNVR Broncos podcast and check out all of their articles. We will be doing our weekly video, the breakdown, so you could get some quick Broncos analysis right before Sunday's matchup. And, it may be off season, but always go support our DNVR Avs guys and listen to their podcast. And their Free Skate Friday show is honestly one of my favorite. And finally, guys, the podcast competition is still going. I asked you guys last week to help me. We need your help. I need your help because we are trying to see which fan base buys the most DNVR memberships. Obviously, this podcast is about all the fan bases, so I know most of you are going to go support the Broncos or the Nuggets or the Avs or the Rockies, but support me. Help me out. I want to win. I think I got 2, so hey, that's better than nothing, so I appreciate the people who have subscribed using the code DNVR. You're going to get a free shirt, a free hat, and a free mask when you sign up, and a free sticker pack. So definitely check that out. Don't forget to use the code TDSP to support your girl Allie over here, since everyone else is already doing well. And I need some more. Brandon needs some more from me. So please help me out. And then of course, the bar closes in an hour. If you're in the area, stop by. If not, we will see you guys all next week. Thanks. Oh,
and there will be takeout this weekend. So keep an eye out for that.
Definitely. All right. Bye guys.